The Secret of the Ancient Temple, Part 6.
Now,
Anil whispered, and they charged forward simultaneously. Alice, despite her lack of combat experience, felt a surge of adrenaline. She lunged at one of the men, distracting him, while Anil, with incredible speed, darted towards the device to intercept the lever. The man Alice had lunged at was taken by surprise. He had only expected the police, not a Western woman bursting from the shadows. Alice, capitalizing on his confusion, pushed him, knocking him off balance. Her actions were instinctive but effective. Meanwhile, Anil was already grappling with the other smuggler who was trying to activate the device. This was a burly man, and the struggle was brutal. Anil, using his training, tried to push him away from the lever, but the man resisted desperately. As Alice got back on her feet, she saw the man she had pushed raising a pistol. Time slowed down. She saw his face, contorted with rage, and the barrel of the gun slowly rising. At that moment, Anil, still fighting near the device, noticed it. His eyes met Alice's, and panic flashed in them. "Alice, down!" he yelled, his voice cutting through the silence of the cave. Alice dropped to the ground, and at that very instant a shot rang out. The bullet whistled loudly over her head, striking the stone wall. Anil, pushing his opponent away, rushed to Alice, covering her with his body. At that moment, as if on cue, voices and heavy footsteps echoed from the tunnel. It was Inspector Singh's reinforcements. Samir, apparently, had signaled them. The smugglers, hearing the police, panicked. The man with the pistol fired again, but this time the bullet hit one of the crystals on the device. The crystal exploded in a bright, blinding flash of light, and the entire cave trembled. The device they had been trying to activate didn't shut down. On the contrary, it began to hum with incredible intensity, and the symbols on it glowed with a bright blue light. From its center, a vortex of energy, resembling a miniature tornado, began to emerge, growing and absorbing dust and small stones. Terrified by the device's unexpected reaction, the smugglers scrambled towards the exit. The police officers who burst into the cave immediately blocked their path, and a shootout ensued. Anil, still covering Alice, felt the ground beneath them vibrating. "It's activating. It's not just energy, it's a portal," he shouted, his voice barely audible over the increasing hum of the device. The glowing device began to draw air from the cave, creating a powerful current. Ancient blueprints lying on the tables flew into the air, then were swallowed by the blue vortex. Alice felt herself being pulled towards the center. She clung tightly to Anil. "What is it doing?" she yelled, trying to shout over the noise. "It's opening a passage. Maybe to other dimensions, maybe to other times." Anil replied, his face strained, but his eyes held a strange mixture of terror and fascination. They wanted to control this. The police quickly apprehended the smugglers, but the device continued to operate, its hum becoming unbearable. The cave's ceiling began to crack, and small stones rained down. Inspector Singh, seeing the device, realized this was no ordinary criminal case. "Leave it. We don't know what that is," he shouted to his officers. Anil, despite the danger, tried to stand up. "We have to turn it off. If it gets out of control." But before he could take a step, the device reached its peak. The blue vortex expanded, filling the entire cave. The light became so bright that it blinded everyone. A deafening crack echoed, as if space itself had shattered. When the light faded and the hum subsided, the cave was filled with smoke. The glowing device was gone. In its place remained only a charred spot on the stone floor and scattered crystal fragments. The police, Alice, and Anil coughed through the smoke. The smugglers were neutralized, but their objective, the device, had vanished. Alice got up, feeling her legs tremble. She looked at Anil. His face was covered in soot, but his eyes, though tired, gleamed. He reached out his hand to her, helping her up. "Are you all right?" he asked, his voice hoarse. "Yes," Alice replied, feeling the warmth of his palm. "But what was that? Where did it go?"
Anil shook his head.
"I don't know. Maybe it's self-destructed. Or maybe it just moved. Somewhere else. India has always been a land of mysteries, Alice. But this surpassed all my expectations. Their gazes met, and in that moment, amidst the smoke and ruins, they realized they had experienced something incredible together. The fear and adrenaline receded, giving way to a deep, silent understanding. There was no longer the initial antipathy or professional distance between them. There was only a sense of shared experience, trust, and an unbreakable bond forged in the crucible of danger. This wasn't just a story Alice had to write. It was something that would forever change her life. Would you like to continue the story, perhaps focusing on the aftermath of this discovery and the developing relationship between Alice and Anil? Subscribe to the channel and like the video.